What's going on, everybody? Match week 7 Premier League predictions, and I've actually gone for all of the predictions this week. This is the first time I've done all of them. I usually just pick the best matchups or games that I'm most interested in, but I actually think this is the best match week so far in terms of every single game being quite interesting. So I'm going to do all of them this week, and let's get into it. First up, 12:30 kickoff Saturday. Manchester United versus Everton. It's a bit of rocky waters at the moment with United, losing a few games. I'm not convinced by Ollie. Losing to young boys in the Champions League and then Villa recently as well. It's not great. I don't think he's a man for the job, but when the pressure's on, he tends to get the results and it keeps him in the job. I do think we will get a result against Everton. We usually do pretty good against them, and it being at Old Trafford, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Next up, Burnley versus Norwich. Norwich yet to get any points on the board. Rock bottom. It's going to continue that way, I really do. Turf Moor is not the easiest place to go to for some of the bigger teams a lot of the times. Even if they win, it's a hard game, it's a physical game, and I think Norwich will crumble under that. So I don't see Norwich getting points on the board in this one either, and I'm going to go for a 3-0 Burnley win. I might be a bit optimistic because Burnley don't score a ton of goals, but I think that I just can see it in my head that they'll get a few. I think the Norwich defence will fall apart. Chelsea versus Southampton. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. They're missing a few players, but I still think that they'll get the job done, and I think it'll be pretty comfortable. But I'm going to go for a 2-0. Crystal Palace versus Leicester. This will be a tight game, and I think it'll be a draw, so I'm going to go 1-1. Next up, we've got Leeds versus Watford. I'm going to say another draw in this one. I'm going to go for 2-2. I think there'll be a lot of goals. Leeds play very open, and Watford, I think, will do them on the counter a couple of times, but I think Leeds being at home, they will either scrape a win or it will end up as a draw, and I think, a draw, so 2-2. Next up, Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Tottenham struggling recently, obviously just coming off the back of the North London derby loss to Arsenal. Shocking in that, and Harry Kane clearly does not want to be at that club anymore, and it's showing in his performances. It's not a good situation. I think it's bad at United with certain things. Tottenham's a whole different level. Unfortunately, I like Nuno, but I think he will be getting the sack very soon. And I think Villa will get a win in this game because of all the problems going on. Even though they're away, I think Villa will do it, and I think I'm going to go for 1-0. Next up, we've got Wolves versus Newcastle. I'm going to go for an away win in this one for Newcastle. I think St. Maximum is in a rich reign of form, and I think he'll get at least one goal in this and probably get an assist for the other goal if they do get a couple. And I think Wolves are struggling a little bit. They got a very good win over Southampton recently, but for most of the season so far, I feel like they're going to struggle a little bit. I don't think they get relegated as I first predicted, but who knows? Maybe coming off the Southampton win, they'll get another win because they're at home as well. But I feel like something's telling me Newcastle will win this game, so I'm going to go 2-0. Next up, West Ham versus Brentford. Look, Brentford are doing very good, and I'm not surprised because I predicted it. And they're living up to it. So, very hard place to go to Brentford when they're at home. Obviously, this one's away at West Ham, and because of that, I think it's going to be tough for them. And I think West Ham have vastly improved over the last couple of years, and I think that will get them through this game. Even though Brentford are doing well and will come into it with a lot of confidence, I think the quality will show through, and I think West Ham will do enough. So I'm going to go 2-0 for West Ham in this. Next up, Brighton versus Arsenal. Brighton snatching a late draw against Palace with the Mopé lobbing it over the keeper. And Arsenal will come into this with confidence as well, just beating Tottenham. But I think Arsenal will slip up in this because it's at Brighton and how Brighton play. I'm a big fan of them and Potter, what he's doing there. And I think that Arsenal are very inconsistent. It's been proven for a lot of years now. And I think that it would not surprise me if they lose this one. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 Brighton win. And then last up this week, guys, the big one, Liverpool versus Man City. Could go either way. I think City are just starting to hit full throttle, and I think Liverpool have been obviously top, and they've surprised me at how well they have done, because I wasn't sure with Van Dijk coming back. Obviously, he's going to improve them, but I weren't sure if they were going to take a little while to get going. But they've come out the gate straight away for this new season, and because of that, I think they're going to edge it, especially it being at Anfield as well. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Liverpool win, but it's going to be interesting because City look good at the moment, even though they've just lost in the Champions League to PSG. Liverpool just winning 5-1 away in Porto as well. So this is what I'm saying. I think Liverpool have got the momentum and the confidence and the form in the league as well. So moreover than City do. So I'm going to go with a 1-0 Liverpool win. And that is it for this week's predictions, guys. Hope you enjoy the games at the weekend. Let me know yours in the comments. And I'll see you guys soon.